we've been having some fun so far, but there is a more serious issue that I wanted to talk about on this show. With 4th of July coming up, it's kind of reopened some wounds for me, and I had to, it got me thinking. And there's something that's kind of a bummer. I've been grappling with this for a long time. My wife doesn't like peanut butter. Um, and I don't usually like to broadcast that. It's not something I'm, proud of. That my wife essentially that makes her un-American. I feel like. My marriage is okay so far. I kind of just don't talk about it that much. If I'm making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I kind of just, kind of just go about my business. But, I really do feel like that was part of the Red Scare, was like, that's how they judged people that weren't American, is like, do you like peanut butter? And I think this has been verified too. They actually sent operatives out, people that they suspected of communism, and they would kind of just creep up behind them and kind of whisper a conversation next to them, like, "Oh, real man, I could really go for some ants on a log right about now." And then they just saw how they reacted to it. If they were like, "Oh man, that sounds so good," they're good. But if there was hesitation there, you probably made a list. So I don't know. What do you guys have any words of wisdom about that?
I for one think we should bring that back. I think it should be a Passover situation where you have to smear Jiffy on top, above your front door, so that we know you're an American, and the angel of death passes you by. But I think personally, that sounds like a Canadian to me. And so I think, if you don't have peanut butter smeared on, on your house, you get shipped up to Winnipeg, dude. Like, we need to stop messing around with all these, rules, regulations, rights, right?
Maybe she's a closet Canadian, dude. I don't know.
I don't know if
I
we
don't
do
think
away
she's
with
closet.
rights.
I think she's rubbing it in your face that she's a Canadian. What's her syrup ratio when she goes to eat waffles, French toast, what have you? What's her syrup ratio to actual pastry?
Amal, I came home with some gravy. I wonder if I should put it on these fries.
I see where you're going with this, and you're right.
Just kind of see what happens from there,
Yeah,
And
like
I'll act ignorant about it. I'll be like, oh, it was just an idea. It seemed like it would be good.
like you just see her pupils start dilating. She just like is trying to contain herself like she's Johnny Five.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll do that.
That's that is, and she didn't have like an allergy to peanuts. It's just a taste thing.
No, dude. I wish that was
Yeah.
could be a valid excuse, but it's not.
I mean, to each. This is where I say to each their own, but not here. Not now. That's crazy. And
I mean, to
I
each
know
their
you're
own.
lying, so I'm going to say something.
To each their own, unless it infringes on me, on my rights.
Yeah.
And when you don't like peanut butter, that's infringing on my rights, because that makes me so upset that I get emotional about it, and then that's not good for anybody.
Well, and you're justified, and you know that, so you have the confidence that comes with that.
I'm on the moral high ground. I have
Yeah.
that, but
I have the moral high ground. Oh yeah, that's a meme we can make, like
Is
Obi-Wan.
yeah. Peachtree says, "Is pineapple on pizza American?" Okay, now we're getting into deep cuts here.
I'm gonna say yes because it's a rebellious act in nature. So I'm gonna say yes.
Oh, I like that. I like that stance.
Now let me do it with my mic on to the podcast.
Almond butter is keeping peanut butter in check, just making sure peanut butter keeps its quality up.
Well, it's almond butter letting peanut butter know you're not you don't feel like you're too big to fail. Peanut butter.
Watch yourself, because if you stumble, I'll be right here.
Yeah.
And the hipsters will get it first, and then everyone else will follow.
Yeah. So I mean, Vince, I wouldn't hold that against her. I think that's
Okay.
and probably more healthy. So I see. To me, the problem with Dave's wife is that she's ruling out butter completely. It's the butter aspect of it, and I don't want maybe she likes putting butter, or like real actual butter on bread. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking of the legume family of spreads that you put on bread or mix with jelly, and it makes a delicious, picnic lunch. So she's wrong. She's in the wrong, and you're in the right, is what I'm saying.
I was muted whenever I asked the question in the pod, but I'm unmuted now. We're good. Paige ran in
great.
here. She didn't run in
Yeah.
here to call me out for saying she's not American. She's just a producer's producer and let me know that I muted myself. So
Oh, she's instead of dealing with your slings and arrows you're throwing at her, she's helping the podcast.
Yeah.
That's what I respect. Dude.
Which makes me want to throw a little more at her.
Dana,
and her
yeah,
boy-
I'd say give her a break from
Okay,
the almond butter thing, just from this.